Today, group one will do the research proposal presentation. So our group, we have Cynthia Majinal, Induja Balasundram, Martina, and then me, Patricia De Silva. So for the title of the research is the relationship between leadership styles, teacher motivation, and school performance in Malaysia. So as the Malaysian education system continues to evolve, there's an increase of concern growing on the leadership styles, how it impacts the teacher motivation, job satisfaction, and the student outcomes. So research suggests that the effective leadership will helps to improve a supportive work environment, leading to a higher teacher morale and improve in school performance. But in opposite way, if an ineffective leadership, it may contribute to teacher burnout, low motivation, and poor academic achievement. So that's why it's essential to examine the intricate relationship between the leadership styles, teacher motivation, and school performance in Malaysia. This is help to develop the strategies to enhance our educational outcome. So therefore, these findings of this research is not only valuable for Malaysian schools, but also it offers a global insight by emphasizing the importance of teacher motivation, leadership, and school performance in promoting a thriving educational environment. So the problem statement in our research is we realize that the relationship between leadership style, teacher motivation, and school performance in Malaysia is actually very important, but it is underexplored. And then we also want to know about the different leadership styles, transformational, transactional, and laissez-faire. This one, it actually significantly impact the teacher motivation and job satisfaction. So we know that teacher motivation actually directly influences the students' achievement and overall school performance. So we also a lot of challenges such as high teacher turnover, lack of professional development, and inconsistent school performance. It actually highlights the need for effective leadership. Therefore, this study actually aims to examine the leadership impact on education to provide insight not only local but also the global improvements.
Good evening, sir. I'm Indija here. So today I will talk about the research objective and the questions. So first one, for the objective one, to examine the relationship between the different leadership style and the teacher motivations in Malaysian schools. The second one is to analyze the impact of teacher motivation on school performance, and following by to determine the most effective leadership style in the enhancing teacher motivation and improving school performance. For fourth one, is to provide recommendation for effective leadership participate that enhance teacher motivations and improve school performance. So now I'm moving on to the research questions. Here also we have four. So number one is how different leadership style influence teachers' motivation in Malaysia schools. And the second one, what is the relationship between the teacher motivations and school performance? And third one, which leadership style is most effective in enhancing teachers' motivation and improving school performance? And the final one is the what strategy can school leaders adapt to foster teacher motivation and enhance school performance? That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. In this research proposal, we review three related studies. And the first one is the relationship of transformational and transactional principal leadership on teacher job satisfaction and secondary student performance in Subang Jaya, Malaysia. The researchers are Nazlina Mirsultan Tanggavelu Marimutu. The objective of this study is to explore at the relationship between principal leadership, teacher satisfaction, and student performance in secondary schools. The variables of study they use is independent variables, transformational leadership, and transactional leadership. For dependent variables, teacher job satisfaction, secondary students' performance. And the theory are transformational leadership theory, transactional leadership theory, and Herzberg two-factor theory. Methodology, they use quantitative study. Their findings are a significant relationship was found between leadership style and teacher satisfaction, with teachers led by transformational leaders reporting higher job satisfaction. So in this research, they recommend replicating this study in different regions with larger sample, include qualitative, longitudinal, and comparative research approach. The second study is the role of transformational leadership in addressing job satisfaction issues among secondary school teachers. Researchers are Zulaika Muhammad Basar, Azlin Nurhaini Mansour, and Aida Hanim A. Hamid. The objectives of the studies is to explore the relationship between transformational leadership among secondary school principal and teacher job satisfaction. And the variable of studies, independent variable is transformational leadership, dependent variable, motivational factors, and hygiene factors. Theories, they explain about transformational leadership, theory of two Herzberg factors. In this study, they use qualitative study. The findings indicate that transformational leadership has a significant impact on the level of job satisfaction among teachers. And researchers recommend that the principle to use transformational leadership to address issues, fair treatment, foster positive work environment, motivate teachers, support teachers' professional development, and promote collaboration. The third related study is the relationship between teacher leadership and teacher commitment in national type secondary schools in Klang, Selangor by Sarah Sanda Nasami Paul. The objective of the study is to provide insight about teacher leadership and commitment contributing to overall improvement and effectiveness of schools. The variable of study is independent variable, teacher leadership, dependent variable, teacher commitment, and the theories are transformational leadership, school climate, and teacher commitment theory. In this study, she used quantitative study. The finding, teacher leadership and commitment is strong in these schools. The study recommends strengthen teacher leadership and commitment, promote shared leadership, and align educational practices with national policies.
Good day, everyone. I would like to thank the previous presenters. At this point, I will outline the methodology we'll employ in our study. For research design, in order to investigate the connection that exists between leadership style, teacher motivation, and school performance in Malaysian schools, this study makes use of a quantitative research design and takes a correlational approach to the research methodology. The descriptive study will be carried out to gather demographic information about the respondents, while a correlational study will be used to measure the strength of the relationship between independent variables and dependent variables. For participants, in this study, participants will include school administrators, principal, and classroom teachers from both public and private schools in Malaysia. And participants will also include school leaders. Within the target samples, there are 50 students pursuing master's degree at UNITAR and 50 teachers working in schools. For research instruments, the distribution of the survey will be conducted using questionnaires sent via online platforms, as well as in person at several schools. We utilize questionnaires because they save times and the response can be completed without guidance or interventions from the researcher. For data analysis procedures, the analysis of the data will be carried out with the assistance of statistical package for the social science, SPSS, or other statistical tools. As a conclusion, the purpose of this research is to offer significant insight into the relationship between leadership styles, the motivation of teachers, and the performance of school in Malaysia. By gaining a knowledge of these dynamics, we will be able to devise efficient tactics that will be improve the outcomes of the schoolings. The findings will not only beneficial to school in Malaysia, but they will also contribute to the ongoing conversation about educational leadership and the motivation of teachers around the world. Thank you to all the presenters from Group 1 for their excellent contribution to this research proposal presentations. That concludes our presentation today. Thank you.